what's up, you guys? I'm here with the updated Money in the Bank pay-per-view DV collection. So we have 2010 all the way to 2021. Money in the Bank, even for being a more modern concept, to me, they always consistently have a good pay-per-view. There are exceptions to any rule, but, you know, for the most part, we've had some pretty good Money in the Bank pay-per-views over the years. So starting out, we have Money in the Bank 2010. So WrestleMania 26 was the final Money in the Bank we had at WrestleMania. That's where I prefer it to be. You know me, I'm not a big fan of gimmick pay-per-views. But like I said, this is the one that always kind of worked. But I was never really a big fan of this cover. Kind of just seems thrown together. If anything, the back artwork's a ton better. But yeah, they were still working on it, I guess. But we had Sheamus and John Cena in the steel cage match for the WWE title. Rey Mysterio and Jack Swagger. We had the Raw and SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder matches. The Miz won the Raw one, and then Kane won the SmackDown one. So yeah, overall, this was a good start to this pay-per-view, chronology. So overall, I enjoyed 2010. 2011. Not often you hear me say I enjoyed 2010. But yeah, 2011. Obviously, this is an infamous pay-per-view. Everyone knows this. Everyone's seen it, I feel like. I don't have to talk too much about this one. We have both Money in the Bank ladder matches. We had Daniel Bryan and Del Rio as your holders. You had Randy Orton versus Christian, continuing just their phenomenal rivalry at the time. And then we had, of course, John Cena versus CM Punk for the WWE Championship. Forgot to show you the disc artwork for 2010. Oh, there's Knucklehead. That's exciting. So you got that. And then 2011. No Knucklehead. Darn. So yeah, next up we have 2012. We have John Cena up in center there. I mean, he won the briefcase. So yeah, there's your spoiler cover for everyone. We also had Sheamus versus Del Rio. CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. They had a few really good matches in 2012. This is one of them. And then, of course, we have Dolph Ziggler winning the other Money in the Bank briefcase, I believe. Or was it Damien Sandow? Good Lord, which one was it? I think it was Dolph Ziggler. Yeah. Yeah, he won. Yeah, it was Dolph Ziggler. Sorry, this was 9 years ago. Alright, so, yeah, the disc artwork, I actually really like that. Alright, so 2013, I think this is when Damien Sandow won. Yeah, this is when it was. And then we, of course, had Randy Orton win the other one. This one we had kind of your All-Star Money in the Bank ladder match, I believe it was more so called. I think they had one in the previous year, too. Yeah. So, yeah, they kind of try to have a more veteran-centric one, and then the up-and-coming Money in the Bank ladder match. So, yeah, we had John Cena versus Mark Henry for the WWE title. Really good little rivalry they had for what it was. Unfortunately, it didn't go much farther than this. Curtis Axel versus The Miz, Del Rio and Dolph Ziggler, AJ Lee versus Caitlyn, Chris Jericho and Ryback. So yeah, there you go. I really like that cover. Some people didn't, but I did. And then, of course, there's a little tear. Wonder when that happened. There's like a little tear in my DVD. And then your disc artwork. This looks like a Indiana Jones artifact. Like, I don't know if that's just me. Like, why does the briefcase look so different? It just looks like it's covered in sand or something. If that's supposed to be gold, then alright. Like Mesopotamian times or something. Alright, 2014. Decent cover. You have John Cena once again winning the belts there. So yeah, we had a Money in the Bank ladder match, and then we also had the WWE, well, the Unified belts at the time. WWE World Heavyweight Championship on the line in the ladder match. So there you had that. No match listing, unfortunately, on this one. And then Seth Rollins, of course, won in 2014. But it was kind of overshadowed by the belts, obviously. Which, that's fine. You know me. I'm old school. Titles over everything else, no matter what. Alright, so Money in the Bank 2015. We had Sheamus winning this one. We had John Cena versus Kevin Owens. Great match. Great little series they had on pay-per-view in 2015. Nikki Bella versus Paige. Ryback versus Big Show. That sounds exciting. The New Day versus the Primetime Players. Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose in the ladder match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And then, of course, we have your Money in the Bank ladder match, won by Sheamus. This cover always intrigued me. I don't really know why they chose this cover. This doesn't really scream Money in the Bank. But overall, it is... I kind of like the cover. And then you have your Daniel Bryan card with your disc artwork. This was when they were really starting to pump out the Topps trading cards and the DVDs. Next, we have 2016. Phenomenal cover. The really big story for this pay-per-view, you know, as critical as I am, or as I was about the Shield, I was never the biggest Shield fan. Always thought they were very overrated. Always thought they did better as single stars. This is still one of the coolest modern pay-per-view stories. A lot of people forget. All three members of the Shield held the WWE title in one night. Great storyline. I just love little stuff like that. Make the pay-per-view feel important. Put over the wrestlers. It's all you need. So yeah, they did a very well done job. Yeah, well done job this night. So yeah, really like that. Yeah, Dean Ambrose winning, of course. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns for the WWE title. John Cena versus AJ Styles for the first time ever in WWE history. So yeah, there you go. And the card fell out. Son of a bitch. Yeah, we had a Seth Rollins card. And then your poster artwork. So there you have that. Alright, 2017. This is probably my least favorite Money in the Bank pay-per-view. No, never mind. Second least favorite Money in the Bank pay-per-view. A different one came to mind. But yeah, this, yeah, you have the Wizard of Oz. You have the Emerald City made out of ladders. I'll give them credit. It's creative. I don't know if someone took a big bong hit before this one. But yeah, there you go. You had Carmella with the screwy finish for the Money in the Bank ladder match, as well as Baron Corbin there, who was your winner. Yeah, for your first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match, that's just not how that should have went. But as of you guys know already, this was released as the double feature with Extreme Rules in 2017. And then next up, we have 2018. Really dig this cover. We had Nakamura versus AJ Styles. You, of course, had both Money in the Bank ladder matches. We had Braun Strowman win one, and then Alexa Bliss win the other. So, yeah, nothing too much to write home about for this pay-per-view. I enjoyed it for the most part. You have Nia Jax versus Ronda Rousey. And this is a 2-disc set. You have your Charlotte card. As you guys know, I'm a Charlotte fan. You can hate it all you want. I'm a Charlotte fan. Always have been. And to this day, I may not watch WWE much, but I still find her intriguing to this day. I don't care if she has nuclear heat. I don't care. So there's your 2 discs. Very nice, you know. It's your modern disc artwork. That's about what you're going to get. So yeah, I like this cover. A lot of people were saying, oh, it's too packed. There's too many people on it. Yeah, there might be too many people on it, but I think it looks decent. So I'm not going to complain. Next up, we have 2019. Another 2-disc set. we have Brock Lesnar winning. I remember just laughing. That's all I could do at that time was laugh when Brock Lesnar won the briefcase. But hey, it led to Boombox Brock Lesnar. So at the end of the day, we could all say we won. And then we have your Braun Strowman card, as well as your disc artwork. So, we had, of course, Bayley winning the briefcase and cashing in later in the night. You have Kevin Owens versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship. And then you have Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles, which this was a phenomenal match. No pun intended. But this was great. So yeah, definitely highlight of the evening. If you're going to watch one thing, watch that match. Alright, so yeah, my least favorite Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Never a fan of the cover. The setup on the roof was cool. It was creative, I'll give them that. But I'm not going to trash this pay-per-view. And we all know why. This was a pandemic pay-per-view. They did all they could, so I'm not going to sit here and trash it. But yeah, it is my least favorite one out of all of them. I'm not even saying it's that bad. But you had the cinematic ladder matches, of course. Well, it was all one cinematic ladder match. Yeah. Then you have Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. So, overall, you know, this was just... It's a pandemic pay-per-view. I mean, that's all you can really say. You had Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins, Tamina and Bayley. You know, it's just kind of your 2020 WWE pay-per-view. You have a Bayley card, and then I will give them credit for animating the roof for the disc artwork. And it's hanging from a helicopter. So there you go. Enough said. And then, of course, our most recent 2021. Another cover that doesn't really scream Money in the Bank, but this is one I didn't really care. I like this cover. I seem to be one of the few that did like this cover a lot. But, yeah. I think that picture speaks louder than they really could have conveyed on screen. So, yeah. Silence, I've always said, speaks louder than words. And this is just one of those pictures. It's great. Love it. So, of course, we had the Money in the Bank ladder matches. We had Big E winning the men's, and then the women's was Nikki ASH. Is it Ash or ASH? I don't know. We're just going to say ASH. I don't even know. It's something superhero. I don't know. We're just going to let it go. We had Roman Reigns versus Edge in a very good match. We had Bobby Lashley versus Kofi Kingston. So, yeah. Overall, decent show. Nothing to write home about. And there you have it. This is one of the better pay-per-view... Oh, my God, I can't talk. There's a bug. This is one of the better pay-per-views of the year. For WWE, at least. So... I don't know. I'd recommend it. Like I said, Money in the Bank was always a very consistent pay-per-view. And for that reason, it's one of those ones every year you don't really dread. You know, you're like, all right, Money in the Bank, we'll see what happens. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. And for now, peace out.